Balance is a West Australian company, coming up to about 4 years old now, and we're a specialist provider of integrated turnkey power solutions, particularly focused on solutions for remote and difficult to access areas, working in both Australia and overseas, particularly at the moment working into the North Pacific. We've been involved with the program for, I think, just coming up to 2 years. I think our assessment clinic was in August of 2014. We'd come into the post-resources sort of downturn world and were finding it as difficult as everybody else was. We had two very different styles of business trying to work together. So very shortly after the workshop, we split the business in two. So by the time we actually started the program proper in early 2015, we were back down to 4 people in Balance Services Group and about $1.5 million, $2 million in revenue. This module, we come back to the program with 22 or 23 staff. Our turnover for this year, 16-17, is expected to be around $20 million. In a single year, we will either multiply revenue by 5 or 8 times, depending on how the rest of the year pans out. We've taken a lot out of the program in terms of tangible things that you can come into our business and see are different. And the thing that's really helped us over the last 2 years as we've been developing solutions and product is R&D tax concessions, which we hadn't fully understood when we walked in. Had a discussion with Doug Adamson, one of the growth experts. Suddenly it was a light bulb moment, and the Australian federal government is now one of our best friends. I really like the Centre for Business Growth's growth framework. It's very well considered, it's very well proven. For us, that's given the team a common language around what are we talking about when we're talking about growth, when we're planning. It's given us that common language. The program's enabled us to really develop, I think, much better plans together as a team for growth and for rapid growth and success. There were some really key things that came out of the program around why what I was experiencing wasn't unusual, and the sort of turbulence around the first phases of growth, and where your role as a CEO and as a leader, where it starts is not where it finishes as you progress through those levels of growth. So I was used to working in and leading pretty large organisations. So to come back down and have some normalisation of what I was feeling and experiencing, hugely powerful. Second part that kind of really supported that was the peer group of my fellow CEOs and the other senior managers who were in the course, because we got to the point really quickly where we could talk to each other, which is unusual for Australian males. We could talk about what we were feeling and experiencing as we were battling with the same kind of issues around wrestling the tiger that is a growth business. If you're a CEO that's wondering about how you're going or how you're going to go over the next couple of years, and you think you've got high growth potential and you want a really good peer group of supportive friends in a non-competitive environment where you can talk about stuff, and a great framework with some great experts, it's a fantastic program.